Ooh. Okay, you guys, hold on for the ride. I want to share something with you guys. I just get straight to it. So on the month, let me see, I wrote it down here. I'm reading my notes. Okay, on November the 8th, I had a dream. Different things happen. Different things happen in the dream. But I want to share this one particular part in the dream where, okay, I was walking, it was nighttime. That means something, okay? So I'm walking, and then as I continue to walk, there comes up a lady helping people get inside of a building. She, let me, she's helping people get inside the building to the other side for safety. So I'm trying to really, really, really remember how, what I saw. So you guys, so I can paint a picture for you guys. So there is seemingly like a wall that was there with a small entrance there. I don't know if it's man-made or it's a entrance that's already there. I'm not 100% sure, but I remember in the dream it felt like that we were trying to, like, quietly, go through this entrance. I go through this entrance, and then when I go on the other side, before me I see people at, I don't know if it was any males. I'm not 100% sure, but for some reason, I definitely remember that stood out to me where there were females. And the ladies were gathering the females and lining them up by their names. I don't know if they were going by last names or first, but or both. I'm not sure. But one thing I do remember, this one girl, I'm just going to say her name. I was in a dream. She gave her name Jasmine. That's the name she gave. So once she gave her name, and then they put her in line depending on her name. Maybe the beginning of her name, like J, something like that. And then in the dream, it felt like that we were trying to gather ourselves together to go to another point for safety or something. So that's that, okay? Then today, I just want to also add this. You guys, I shared with you guys in my videos, one of my videos about Russia. I got, in my dream, I heard the word Russia. And then I heard the word ballistic missile. That's what I heard. And I feel that God gave me that. So if you guys want to look at that vid, I will put it down in the link. But then today I had a dream. Okay, let me get started. I wrote a lot of things down. Okay, so I'm walking outside. It's daylight, okay? It was nice outside. People are playing, walking, doing activities, doing different things. Then one of my cousins, he walked up along with some other friends that was walking with him. I'm not gonna share everything I was talking to him about, but it was something that was dealing with like things that people allow themselves to partake in, that they can literally open up spiritual doors to allow demonic things to come into their lives because they partake of this, sin or whatever, lifestyle. So I'm talking to him about that, and then I'm leading him into, or them, into about God and how he had to come here, without man, but through a virgin, a miracle that God did, hovering over Mary. So as I'm saying that, there are people around, a little bit people around in a group where I'm discussing this. So as I begin to discuss this, all of a sudden, I don't know, all of a sudden we're walking together, as I'm still talking, and I'm trying to end it, end the conversation, because, we're all walking away, and I'm thinking I'm going to finish talking so I can continue my day and they continue theirs. The dream continued to where we're still walking, and all of a sudden that was it. There's more people now, more people like going on throughout their lives. There's groups of people. Again, imagine, you guys, small group, little people, we're shuffling along, and there's more people. I'm looking around, we're shuffling along, but I'm not even paying attention to it. I'm just like, okay, we're all moving all in the same direction. And then all of a sudden I see one of my oldest daughter, she's there. And then now I'm finished talking, and now there's a lot of people. We're shuffling along. We're still going on walking. And I decided to grab, like, let me grab blankets. I want to grab a blanket. And for some reason, I wanted to grab a blanket so that way, have some comfort, I don't know. That's what happened. So I could not find that one blanket that I needed, but I end up seeing three blankets. So I grabbed those three smaller blankets and I just hurried along and rushed and tried to catch up with my daughter. Along, it was some other people there. I just can't remember. Now, as we were walking more and more and more, we entered into this building. I look up and there are so many people in this building. Now it seems like it's a little bit darker in the building. Oh, I forgot, rewind. Okay, so as I'm looking, all of a sudden at one point in the dream, it's like nighttime. It's dark, okay? Now, all of a sudden, for some reason, I saw this bright light that lit up the sky. And I'm looking and the sky looked kind of off, but it was bright in this one section. And in my dream, I was thinking like, oh, this is something that God forewarned. This is what the storm was about. Okay. And then that was it. If you guys go back to my other videos, I talk about how I keep shouting out people about God warned us about this. But now today was when I was like, oh, this is the storm that God is warning us about. You guys, this dream, it felt like we were taking safety or shelter because of war. That's what it felt like. So I'm going in the dream as I entered this building. There are going back to where I was at before. I look around. There are people sitting on the floors. It was like a big building that they're holding people, and some people still shuffling along. And then I was thinking, oh my goodness, there's so many people. It's so tight. And I was saying to myself, good thing I didn't bring. Oh, that's what it was. I wanted to bring my stroller and put the blankets inside of there so I can carry it all at once. But once I went inside of the building, I realized, wow, good thing I did not bring this stroller because I didn't have no room to pull it. It was really that tight. So I just held the blankets in my arm. You guys, it was so packed. And at one section, I remember in the dream, I could see it, that, remember, if you guys ever caught a plane, you go to an airport, you see how the zigzag lines you have to go through sometimes to get through, the lines. That's how it was at one section. It was like zigzag lines, and then we start to go up these stairs. We're going up these stairs and these stairs are packed. They're packed. And I finally get to one level, and that's where the dream pretty much ended. But I get to one level, and this one guy that I was in the military with, he was there. I was in the military years ago, but for some reason, he's in this dream. And I wonder, I'm not too sure why God put that there, but I wonder if it has something where God's trying to let me know as far as with military. But he was there, and he's out the military. I'm out the military. But anyway, he's there. More of his younger him, how I remember him as. And he had glasses on. Either it was, I don't know. I think it was a paper that had wording on it. And it was like labeling like what his issue was. Like whatever physical issue. Maybe something with his eyes. The first thing I thought of was when I was in the military. I had I had a white tab that was on my Gore-Tex jacket. It's a white tab you put on your jacket. And the soldiers that wore that were those that was considered cold casualties. So what it is that if you ever had a frostbite or anything to that effect, with being in the cold too long, they notate that, and at one point they label you with that white tab. I don't know how they do it now, but that's how they did when I was in. So you have that on your Gore-Tex. So when it gets like cold outside, depending on what state you're in, they would see that, and supposedly your sergeant or whoever, they would keep an eye on that, and they may have you to go inside because you're known to probably get a frostbite, probably. So, but that never happened. I don't think that ever happened to me. I don't think some sergeant just came up to me and say, I cannot remember. I dealt with it. It wasn't that cold where I was stationed at. So I was in Fort Riley, so I don't remember being that cold. But anyways, going back to the dream, he had this labeling that was on his forehead, and it's supposed to be where whoever sees it in charge, they would take a note of it for whatever medical condition that he was in. And somehow I think has something to do with his eyes, and then he was wearing glasses. So you guys, I want to say that and that was that, you guys. You guys, something's going to happen. I know we should pray, but again, I want to share that with you guys. And I'm going to share another video with you guys about one of my kids. He was talking to me about how he had a dream over a year or some change ago, dealing with war, and something with St. Louis, the arch, not arc, arch. So you guys pray, pray, pray. I don't know. Ask God what he wants you guys to do with this, what I'm sharing with God. Ultimately, I believe with all of my heart that God is sharing with us. I don't know anything until God speaks it, until he shares it. And I'm so thankful that God shared that, because it helps us to pray. Number one, to seek his face. Also repentance. That's what I really think of about me and other people. And also for direction, what God would want us to do. So you guys take care. Bye.